Hello everyone, welcome to Arka Science, and today in this video I will be discussing about the transit of Mars into the sign of Aries. On 27th of June 2022, Mars is going to enter the sign of Aries and it will be in conjunction with Rahu. This transit is of roughly 43 days, and on 10th of August Mars will leave Aries and it will enter the sign of Taurus. So starting from 27th of June 2022 and 10th of August 2022, Mars will be in its own sign Aries. Now I will talk about the conjunction of Rahu and Mars, but before that we have to understand that it is the return of Mars in the sign of Aries. Now Mars has the ownership of over two signs, that is Aries and Scorpio. But when you talk about Aries, Aries is the Mula Trikona sign for Mars. Now if we understand it a bit deeply, then you will get to know that when you talk about the Mula Trikona sign for any planet, whenever the planet is posited in its Mula Trikona sign, that means the significance related to the planet gets more enhanced. Now you may feel that yes, Mars has the rulership over the sign Scorpio too, so that means it will give its results with respect to the sign of Scorpio. Okay, but when you talk about Aries, the significance of the sign Aries and the significance of Mars, it matches, it becomes a perfect match, or the planet feels that yes, this is the energy where I feel more and more comfortable. This is the energy where I can exercise my powers, or I can exercise my significance at its best. So that is the Mula Trikona sign. So for Mars, the Mula Trikona sign is Aries, and here Mars is like all powerful. Now when we talk about the energy of Mars, it is a very energetic planet. It rules over our courage, our actions, our efforts. Mars believes in aggression. That is also the sign of Aries is all about. Mars believes in that steadfast energy, that yes, I have got the work and I will do it. I will not delay it, I will do it now. And I have the power, I have the energy. And that is the reason Mars in Aries at certain point of time can make you feel restless, because you are always very energetic. You are always ready to complete your work at your personal level also and at your social level also, because these people are very passionate towards their life, towards their social circle also, because they try to involve in these situations, because they know that yes, I have the potential to get my work done. Now these are really a very good traits, because Mars, apart from being the planet of aggression, you have to understand that Mars is also a soldier, and the work of a soldier is to protect. Yes, soldier takes the order from the king and wins the battle, wins the war for the king, that's correct. But a soldier can be a very good protector, and that is the reason Mars aspects the fourth house of motherland, fourth house of happiness, home, because it has got the responsibility to protect the people, because this is very essential to understand, because this conjunction of Mars and Rahu will bring different kinds of results, and these results will be very volatile in nature, and these results will have various magnitudes of impact. Means it is not a very clear cut prediction. No, we have to understand that Rahu is a very unpredictable energy. Rahu is something which is shadowy planet. It has got the elusive powers. Rahu is that cloud, that smoke beyond which makes us feel that yes, I cannot see the things beyond that. That energy is Rahu. That airy element, that kind of energy also comes with Rahu, and Mars is that fire. Now suppose Mars is transiting through the sign of Aries, all of a sudden we will feel that yes, I have got that energy, or I have got that intention to complete my work. What type of work, or which part of our life will become activated? Wheresoever the sign Aries lies in your horoscope, you will feel those significance are getting more importance, or you will feel that yes, now the time has come, I have to give more focus, more attention to this kind of things in my life. That is all about Mars in Aries, because Mars is like I'm giving you the energy, I'm giving you the intention, I'm giving you that power. You have to just follow the things, correct? But it is in conjunction with Rahu. So what happens? The things which you are feeling that I should do it or I should complete it, you need to be very much careful regarding choosing of the proper decisions in your life, because now Rahu is that smoke. So within the boundary you may feel that yes, everything is okay, but beyond that smoke, beyond that cloud, the things can be different. So it can feel like too good to be true. Now since I said it, too good to be true, there is some other reasons are also there. The first reason is that if you have watched my Jupiter transit Pisces video, I mentioned about the Pap Kartari yoga, correct? Means most of the viewers of my channel, they must have heard about that. I discussed about it. Interestingly, during this transit of Mars and Rahu in the sign of Aries, there is going to be Shubh Kartari yoga. Now Shubh means something auspicious. Shubh means something auspicious. Shubh Kartari yoga. Now how it is going to impact? Remember I said you too good to be true. Now let me explain that. You will understand that why the things are going to have magnitude of impacts of different levels. See, 12th from Aries we have Jupiter, which is a benefic planet. Second from Aries in the sign of Taurus we have Venus, again a benefic planet, natural benefic planet. So whenever a sign or a house or a planet is hemmed between two benefic planets from either side, means 12th from itself and second from itself, that is called Shubh Kartari yoga. So that means you will feel that yes, I am getting that benefic influences, or you will feel that yes, the decisions which I am taking at the peace of my mind, or the choices which I am making, it is really good for me. You may feel like that because of that Shubh Kartari yoga, and Rahu will make you feel it more importantly, because Rahu will make you feel that yes, why not now, do it now. Rahu will automatically take the significance of that house, wheresoever the sign Aries lies in your horoscope, out of proportion. It will blow up, it will amplify the energy of sign Aries and Mars. So suppose if you are thinking that yes, I need to achieve this kind of thing in my life, because when we talk about Mars, yes, it is the energy, so it deals with achievements. because when you exercise your energy, it is all about that I am doing some work in order to get something back in my return. So you're not thinking that yes, I need to work on my achievements. So Rahu will always make you feel all of a sudden that yes, this is the time, do it in any way possible, do it, because Rahu is something innovative, but Rahu is also something which is any kind of rule, regulation which is out of the society, or anything which is not according to the normal path. Normal path means something which is different. Okay, so when we talk about the energy of Rahu, we always say Sam, Dam, Dand, Ved. Okay, so it will make you feel like that if the work is not done by sweet words, that is Sam, then try to do some reward system, that is Dam, that you do this work for me and I will pay you this. This kind of energies is Rahu. If even the work is not happened by that, then Dand means punishment, that try to frighten someone and do the work. Okay, and why this is now? Because Rahu and Mars is together. Okay, so it will make you feel like that if the work is not happening in one way or the other, try the other way. And next comes Bhed. Bhed means something which is related to divide and rule, politics, manipulation. And here manipulation is created by fear, frightening events. Now this may happen all around the world because this transit is happening globally, correct? And this is where I say too good to be true, because it may make us feel like that we can achieve our things in applying some unconventional way of putting our efforts and actions, because of that Shubh Kartari yoga also. And Mars is in its own Mool Trikona sign, so Mars will make you feel that yes, you have the energy, you have the power, do it. And Rahu will say, why not now? Yes, you can achieve it. Try to get it in one way or the other. So here comes the righteousness, here comes the wisdom, because don't forget, when I say that Shubh Kartari yoga is a auspicious yoga, yes, it is a auspicious yoga, it will also allow you to rethink, because second from Mars will be Venus, and second house is the house of family. Taurus deals with family values, morale, family tradition. So it will allow you to rethink that the things which you are going to do, is it really correct? Is it really required now? So in that way, this Shubh Kartari yoga will help you out. See, I am trying to explain the things in every piece and corner. No transit, no yoga, no combination can be totally good or totally bad. It has got some certain energies. So if you say, or if you think that is it something negative or is it something very difficult, then I will say you that when you understand the truth, that this is the truth which is expected to happen, the moment you accept the truth, you will understand, yes, I should not fall in the trap, or I should not do something like that which can lead to problems in future, because Rahu is that superficial energy. Don't forget that after 10th of August, Mars will come out of this combination of Rahu. So that time it will be in transit with in the sign of Taurus. So that time you will feel that yes, the things which I did or we did, it could have been taken into some positive manner or some positive role. Okay, so I will say that don't hurry into something, or don't do anything which you may feel that yes, since I have not done before, I should do it now. No, it's okay. That situations may come where you may feel that yes, I need to put more attention and focus into those kind of things whatsoever the sign. Like suppose this transit of Rahu and Mars is happening in your 4th house, in your home. 4th house is home, mental peace, mental security, motherland, patriotism. 4th house also deals with agriculture, real estate, landed properties. Okay, so all of a sudden you may feel that yes, I need to focus more on these things, anything related to my home, related to my homely matter. Okay, so when you put more attention, that means you are indulging yourself into those kind of activities. Now, are you losing your control of your mind? Because Mars is that fiery energy, and Rahu will try to that blow the fire out of proportion. So it will make you feel that yes, you can be at times very angry, very anxious. So that is the time when you will understand, yes, should I be keeping my composure a bit more at peace? Because here Venus and Jupiter from either side will help you out. Now energies will be there because Mars and Rahu is there, and the third aspect of Saturn is also falling on the sign of Aries. Yes, Saturn is retrograde, it is moving backwards, but on 12th of July Saturn will reach the sign of Capricorn again in the backward motion, but till 12th of July Saturn will be aspecting the sign of Aries. So Mars, Rahu with the aspect of Saturn. So I will say that certain things where you may feel that yes, I am getting angry, or I am getting a bit aggressive, or I am getting a bit impulsive. It can be at home, that is the 4th house. It can be at your married life, that is the 7th house, or it can be suppose with your neighborhood, with the people, with your daily contact, that is 3rd house. Keep your composure, because the moment it happens you will feel that yes, the time has come when I need to put some guard on my composure. And here the impact of Shubh Kartari yoga will help, because you see, nothing goes in vain. If the aspect of Saturn is there, the Shubh Kartari yoga will be also working in favor of it. It will help you out. Yes, since the Shubh Kartari yoga is there, so you may feel that yes, whatever I am doing good, there is nothing wrong in it. You may also feel like that, but it will also give you some kind of feelings that is it really required, or if you do that, will it not disturb your peace of mind? That kind of feelings will also come in front of you. So I will say that you must tackle this yoga of Rahu and Mars in this way, because don't forget that when we talk about this yoga of Rahu and Mars, it is termed as Angarak Yoga. Now what is Angarak Yoga? See, understand it very carefully. Mars is fire and Rahu is something illusion, something elusive energy, smoke. Means fire is there but you cannot see the fire, means it is in form which is shadowed by some kind of material. So it is just like that. The moment you try to provoke that energy, it will blow out of proportion and it will come in front of you. So this kind of energies may come in front of you, but if you follow your wisdom, if you follow your righteousness, you can channelize this Martian energy in completion or in successful completion of certain things in your life in a positive manner. Because sometimes in order to complete some very difficult work, we also need some very difficult planetary combinations, because Mars and Aries is really good, because Mars in its own Mulatrikorna sign, it is highly energetic, highly impulsive, always ready to complete the work, successfully complete the work. Now Rahu is coming, so Rahu is saying that you can do this work in some innovative way also, in some different way also. So suppose anything which you are thinking that from last 6 months or from last 1 year I couldn't do this work, I couldn't focus on this particular part of my life, and related to that part of your life, in that house, in the sign of Aries, suppose Mars is transiting, so all of a sudden you will feel that yes, the time has come, now the time has come, I have to do it. Now what is the mode of that completion of your work? Here comes the wisdom and righteousness. Because if you choose some innovative idea but some wrong idea, so you will feel that I am doing the correct thing, but the mode or the path, see, only if it is not correct, if that path is not correct, so even if you reach the destination, even if you get success, you will at the end you will feel that yes, the thing which I thought I got it, but I'm not happy. You may feel like that. So take the innovative way, but don't forget that you need to also follow up your righteousness and wisdom. Here Venus and Jupiter will help you out. Another thing I will say, that on 2nd of July, Mercury is entering the sign of Gemini. Now Gemini is third from Aries. Third house is communication, efforts. Here you see this transit of Mercury in your third house, means third house from Aries, will be really helpful. Helpful in the sense that it will give you the proper sense to how to interact with the people. Even if Rahu will try to blow the Martian energy, but since Mercury will be transiting in the third house of communication, it will give you the proper intellect regarding how you are going to put your efforts, put your courage, your bravery. So planets together they work, they will not work all of a single energy. No, all the planets, they will work in their own arena, but they will support each other in one way or the other. So before judging this transit, you need to be very careful that one way Rahu and Mars, two energies, two malefic planets, they are coming, that also in a fiery sign. Angarak Yoga is forming, so you need to keep away from anything which can lead to impulsive energies, angriness, anxieties. Okay, you have to keep away from that. You have to keep away from anything which can lead to wrong path. You have to keep away from that, because I said that Sam Dam Dand Bhed regarding Rahu, how it works. Okay, specifically when it gets the energy of Mars, it will try to provoke it in that way. But on the other hand, you also have the choice. So use your wisdom, because when you find that yes, this is the correct path, and you find the correct path, then you can use that energy of Mars and that innovation of Rahu and get the success. Okay, because whimsically if you choose any path, it may feel initially too good to be true, but later on it may create some problem. Okay, so in that way I will try to explain this conjunction of Rahu and Mars, and I hope that you may like it, and if you really like it, then press the like button. And I will say that if you are new to this channel, then please subscribe to this channel and share to your near and dear ones. And anytime if you want consultation from me, check the links in the description section, and you can also mail me through my email ID, or you can connect to me through my Facebook and Instagram accounts. Okay, and don't forget to tap the notification bell icon so that every time I upload a video on YouTube you get notified instantly. Okay, now I will discuss about the various ascendant signs, means all the 12 ascendant signs, but it is a request to all of you that listen the ascendant signs also and from your moon sign also. Like suppose I am discussing about Taurus. Taurus is your ascendant sign, suppose, and suppose your moon sign is Aries, so listen from Taurus also and listen for Aries also, because when we talk about the moon sign, how it is impacting you emotionally, mentally, and when we talk about ascendant, it means how it is impacting you at the physical level, means at the real level, means how it, what is happening in front of you. Now the question comes, many of you may feel that since this transit is going to be a very volatile, because Rahu is very volatile and unpredictable, and when you talk about the fiery signs and that also fiery planet like Mars, so what can be the results? So I will answer you regarding that, that yes, this transit will impact every one of us globally, and that includes every one of us, means in the mankind, with respect to mankind also. Now depending upon our horoscope, depending upon the planetary positions in our horoscope and the dasa pattern which we are running for every one of us, this transit of Mars in the sign of Aries and conjunction with Rahu will have impact on us, maybe more, maybe less, maybe very less, or maybe of very high magnitude, but yes, some impact will be there. So this span of 43 days we need to be very careful. We need to follow our ideas wheresoever the sign Aries lies, those significance very thoughtfully. All of a sudden we should not take any decision and go for the for that work or something like that. Okay, so we need to be very careful regarding that. Okay, and that is the reason it is essential to understand that how it is impacting us at the physical level, that to understand from the ascendant sign, and how it is impacting us in the our emotional level, that to understand from the moon sign. So come, let us check it for the all 12 ascendant signs, and yes, check it from your moon sign also. Okay, so starting with Aries. For the Aries ascendant people, Mars is transiting in your first house in conjunction with Rahu. So that means it will impact your personality, it will impact your general intelligence, it will impact your decision making ability, it will impact your health. So at times it will give you that independent stature, courage, freedom, make you very confident, or you may feel that yes, now I have got that energy to deal with any problems in my life. But since Rahu is there, so the decisions which you are taking or the choices which you are making at this moment of time, you need to dive deep into those choices, and you have to filter out the things which are actually required and which are not required. Why? Because Rahu will make you feel that yes, you can do that, why not? Correct. So be very careful regarding that. And Mars is not a planet, specifically Mars when transit in the sign of Aries, it is not a planet of negotiation. Correct. Soldier does not negotiate. It is not a planet of compromise. Be very careful regarding that. But this Mars is the Lagna Lord, first Lord, looking directly into the sign of Libra in your 7th house. So here you need to be also be very careful regarding your relationships. Try to avoid any kind of unnecessary disputes or arguments. Try to avoid that. And when you are dealing with your competitors or you are dealing with your opponents, this Mars and Rahu will definitely give you that strength, that freedom, that energy, that confidence. It will also help you to get victory over your opponents. But here, if not required, don't go into any kind of disputes, I will say, because Mars is also looking into your 8th house. It is also the 8th lord, but 8th lord getting conjunct with Rahu, looking into the 8th house. So try to avoid any kind of unnecessary adventurous activities. You may feel that yes, I can do that in this way. Oh, why not? This is the time. Try to avoid it because Mars is looking into your 8th house. Okay, so that's it for the Aries ascendant people. For the Taurus ascendant people, Mars will be transiting in your 12th house along with Rahu. Mars is the 12th lord, that's okay, but since it is transiting with Rahu, so this will create some restless energy within your subconscious mind. So the moment you will feel that yes, I should take some rest, all of a sudden some thoughts may come within you, some thoughts which may provoke you, any kind of thinking which you may all of a sudden come in your thoughts, all of a sudden come in your mind. Or you may feel that yes, this is creating problems in my isolation or in my solitude. The moment you think that I should take some rest, all of a sudden those kind of thoughts will come in front of you. Okay, so regarding that, I will say that since Mars and Rahu transiting through the 12th house, so 2-3 things are very essential. First of all, you need to take care of your health. Take care regarding your food eating habits. Take care regarding your self-discipline. Take care regarding your daily life schedule. Very essential. Because when you are doing your work on time, when you are following your schedule and timing on time and everything punctual, then these kind of thoughts will not overpower you. Because these thoughts comes when something or the other is not in order, and that is the time when these thoughts overpower us and try to provoke us in one way or the other. Okay, so this is one of the practical remedy. Another thing I will say you that since Mars and Rahu both transiting through the 12th house, so you will find more energies, means you will become hyperactive the moment you are taking some rest. So it is the time to do some spiritual activities also, yoga, meditation, exercises, or follow some spiritual way of living. That can also be a good thing. One more thing I will add to it is that 12th house also deals with secret enemies. So this is the time when you should not trust all of a sudden someone. Suppose someone is you are dealing with some person or you are talking with someone, all of a sudden don't trust the person. It is very essential because Mars is also your 7th lord of partnership, correct? And since Mars is the 7th lord of partnership, means it also deals with your spouse and marriage. This is the time when you need to also be very careful regarding your marital matters, health of the spouse, marital issues. Okay, these are the things which you need to be very careful of. Okay, means unnecessary, suppose anything comes up, use your wisdom and then try to solve the problem. Okay, all of a sudden don't come up in a very impulsive manner. Okay, try to take the thing in a way it is or it should be taken off. Okay, For the Gemini ascendant people, I will say that this transit of Mars is happening in your 11th house along with Rahu, and in one way I will say this transit is a very good transit, because 11th house is the house of gains and fulfillment of desire, and Mars is the 11th lord itself. Normally the malefic planets, when they transit through the 3rd house, 6th house or 11th house, they normally give very good results. They perform well, because 3, 6, 11, apart from being the Trisadaya houses, they are also the Upachya houses, means the house which grows slowly. Now 10th house also is the Upachya house. In the 10th house also, Upachya house also, the malefic planets normally they do good. Okay, but I will come later on to that. For the Gemini people, since Mars is transiting along with Rahu in the 11th house, so whatever projects you are working with or any kind of work you are doing, all of a sudden you will feel that yes, I can apply my energy, I can apply my efforts, my actions more nicely. I can interact with my social networks or my network circle in a more beautiful manner. Rahu rules over telecommunications, because Rahu is that electronics. Mars also rules over engineering, specifically industrial engineering. So anything related to telecommunication engineering or telecommunication sector, if you are associated with that, it will give you wonderful results, very good results. Or suppose if you are associated with communication sector, specifically nowadays everything is online, everything is related to social media and everything, and over the wireless and everything, wireless technology specifically, this will also help you do very good in those kind of fields. Or suppose if you are working in a project in some group of people, it will give you some new ideas to crack down your projects in some good manner. But yes, since Rahu is transiting, suppose if you are dealing with some people in your network or your network circle, or you are thinking that yes, I trust that person, so all of a sudden don't put all your trust into that person, because Rahu is there, because Rahu may make you feel that that person in my group or in my project or in my team is a good one, but that can be a superficial experience. Later on you may feel that yes, I trusted that person, but I am not getting the result as I should get it. Okay, so you need to be careful regarding that. Otherwise I will say, suppose if you are associated with landed properties, agriculture, or anything related to properties, land, real estate, in that way also Rahu will try to amplify the results, and it will give you good results, because 11th house is the house of fulfillment of desires. Okay, in that case also it will give you good results. Yes, Rahu and Mars transiting in the 11th house, and Mars will directly look into your 5th house. So I will say that you need to take care regarding your children. Suppose if you have children, then you need to take care regarding the health of your children, I will say. And this will also give you some proper energy to work on your creative skill set. Means suppose it happens sometimes, you will see that I have that creative talent, but I am not getting the energy to work on it, or today is not the time, tomorrow I will do it, or day after tomorrow I will do it. This Mars will say no, now do it, the time has come, work on it. So in that way also this Mars transit through the 11th house is a good one. Okay, so make the most out of it in a better manner, I will say, for the Gemini ascendant people. For the Cancer ascendant people, this transit of Mars and Rahu is happening in your 10th house. Now Mars is the 10th lord transiting at the 10th house, and Mars becomes Digbali. Digbali means it gets the directional strength in the 10th house, that too in the sign of Aries. It's a good transit, I will say. Now since it is transiting along with Rahu, so the results can be a bit different, but I will explain you. Since Mars is transiting in the 10th house in the sign of Aries and getting the directional strength, so what will happen, it will give you a proper direction to your career, it will give you a proper direction to your profession. But since Rahu is there, Rahu will try to influence the energy of Mars. So what will happen, you will try to complete your work, or you will try to work at your work environment, whatever work you are doing in your profession or career, in some different manner. So suppose any predefined work structure is there at your professional area, you will try to follow your own innovative ideas. That is the reason there can be some kind of clashes between you and your colleagues, you or between you and your anyone at your work environment, or even between your superiors and you. Try to avoid that. Yes, you can implement, or you can give some idea that yes, this is a new kind of idea which I have come across, in front of your superiors, and wait for their sanction. The moment they sanction it, you get the idea, you already have the idea, now you can work on it. Okay, but if you feel that there is a chance of dispute, or if you feel that there is a chance of difference of opinions, then all of a sudden don't work on it, because it can lead to some kind of problems, some kind of clashes, arguments between you and your co-workers or your superiors also. Okay, another thing I will say, try to stick to your work, not more than that, not less than that. Otherwise this can also lead to jealousy between the co-workers, or even it can lead to some kind of issues at your professional area, because had it been only Mars, the things could have been different, but since Rahu is there, so it will try to provoke you that why not this and why not that. Okay, so it will make you feel like that, but you can take up that ideas and bring it in front of your superiors, and they can go through it, and ultimately it will help you to win their confidence for your career growth and professional growth. So make sure regarding that, because don't forget, Mars will be aspecting your 4th house of happiness. Okay, so if you are happy at your professional place, it will also maintain the happiness at your home also. But if you are entangled in any kind of professional disputes or clashes or arguments, it will impact your family happiness or domestic happiness also. Don't forget that, because Mars will aspect your 4th house. It will also aspect your 1st house. 1st house is you yourself. So it will try to sometimes make you very impulsive, try to make you very anxious, hot-headed, that why not like this, I wanted to make it like this, why not like this. Okay, it may make you feel like that. So use your wisdom and make the most out of it, because you will have the energy to complete the work. So make it in a best way, and by winning the confidence of your superiors and authorities. Correct. For the Leo ascendant people, this transit of Mars is happening in your 9th house along with Rahu, and Rahu will be transiting in the 9th house, and Mars is the 9th lord itself. Now 9th house is the house of divinity, God, religion, religious rituals, customs, our belief system, our higher spiritual knowledge. Had it been only Mars, the results could have been different, but since Rahu is there, so it will make you feel that working or acting on the belief system in some different way. Now it will make you challenge the belief system which you have to certain extents. It will have, because Rahu will make you feel that why not this, why not that. So that can lead to some kind of contradictions between you and your belief system which you already had. See, Rahu was transiting through your 9th house, but now Mars is going into it. Since Mars is going into it, it is getting activated more powerfully. So this can also lead to some kind of contradictions or difference of opinion between you and your elders, you and your guru, you and your father. So at times you may feel that why not that? So it will make you sometimes to cross question the ideas which had been laid before you, that this is the belief system or this is the ideas which you have been following. So all of a sudden it will come in front of you that yes, I can talk about it or I can cross question it. So yes, sometimes it is essential to re-evaluate the belief system, re-evaluate our higher spiritual knowledge. It is essential sometimes, because when we rectify certain things, we ultimately go towards success, ultimately bring more purity within us, correct? But in this process, we should not forget our dharma, we should not forget our righteousness. 9th house is also the house of dharma, and Rahu is a planet which does not allow you to follow the regular set of path. So Rahu will make you feel that why are you following this way of your life? You can do something else. You can achieve that. One more thing. 9th house also deals with our achievements and ambition. 10th house is the house where we accomplish it. We complete the task. But 9th house is that our thoughts, that this is my ambition, this is my aim of my life. And that is the reason you will see that in the natural zodiac, Sagittarius becomes the 9th house, that the person, that half man and half horse, taking that bow and arrow, means going for the achievement of aim and ambition, because 9th house has got that energy. So Rahu will make you feel that why are you worried about this normal set of rules and regulations of your life? You can do something else. So in that case, it can make you feel that you can achieve that thing in your life by some different way. Now that different way can be away from dharma also. So you need to be very careful that you should be very much focused towards your righteousness, so towards your way of living, towards your way of life. That will really give you good results, because don't forget, after 10th of August, Mars will come out of your 9th house. It will go to your 10th house. So that time you will feel that yes, the things which I did or I thought, is it really correct or not? Because 10th house is the house of karma. The things which you have absorbed within your belief system, the same thing will be reflected in your work, correct? So try to follow the path of dharma during this transit of Mars and Rahu. Now on the brighter side, this is also the transit which will allow you to interact with different cultures, different communities. Okay, this will also help you to deal with different kinds of knowledges of different places, deal with different kind of spiritual communities. It is on the brighter side, because you will try to question, you will try to find out the answer. While trying to find out the answer, you will try to, out of your curiosity, you will try to learn about new things. This is the brighter side, but try to follow the path of dharma, correct? That is for the Leo ascendant people. For the Virgo ascendant people, the transit of Mars is going to happen in your 8th house, and Mars is your 8th lord. So that means this conjunction of Mars and Rahu is happening in your 8th house. 8th house is the house of suddenness, unexpected events, the things which are not under our control, that is the 8th house. Transformative energies, the events which can transform our life, change the life pattern, that is 8th house. Rahu is highly volatile energy, unexpected energy, something which is not clear. And 8th house is also the house of suddenness, something which is not clear, something which is dark, not known. So that means Rahu can amplify the energy of 8th house to some unexpected length, which other planets may or may not do, but Rahu can. Correct. But now when Mars is entering the sign of Aries in the 8th house, this energy will be more predominant. Why? Because Mars is the 8th lord. It has the ownership of your 8th house, the sign of Aries, for the Virgo ascendant people. So that means it has got the functionality of 8th house, and Rahu will try to amplify that energy out of proportion, blow out. Correct. So this is the time when you need to be very careful regarding your health, very careful regarding your composure. Now this is the practical remedy, I will say. Why composure? 8th house is sudden events. So anything which happens in front of you, you may feel that I was not expecting this to happen. Correct. So all of a sudden it may happen. Or Rahu will try to provoke the energy of Mars, and Mars will directly look into your 2nd house of speech and family. Correct. So all of a sudden you say something, or all of a sudden you react in some impulsive manner. Correct. And later on you may feel that I shouldn't have done so. Why? Because Rahu will try to provoke that Martian energy, and here comes the power of composure. So more you have patience, more you have that calmness, composure, more the chances are there that even if any that kind of provocative energies comes in front of you, or any kind of situations which are unexpected happens in front of you, you are not impacted, or you are not affected. You will feel that yes, I am ever ready to absorb this kind of situations. It's okay. But the moment you lose your composure, you lose your patience, you feel that what is happening in my life, how to deal with it, you may feel like that. So more you use your composure. Now the composure comes from, in the introduction part I said about that Shubh Kartari yoga. Don't forget, either side of Mars and Rahu there are two benefic planets. In the sign of Taurus we have Venus, and in the sign of Pisces we have Jupiter. So use the wisdom that will help you to increase that composure and patience. Correct. Another thing, 8th house is also the house of married life, the life which you follow up in your relationship, longevity of marriage. So any matter related to your relationship, partnership, or married life, you need to be very careful, or you need to work on it very cautiously, very patiently. Don't act very impulsively, because Rahu will try to make you feel like that. Okay, especially when you are dealing with your finances, be it joint asset, be it fixed asset. Don't take any major financial decisions as of now when this Mars is transiting through your 8th house. Okay, because you may feel that I am taking some good decision, but it may be like too good to be true. correct? So until and unless you feel that yes, everything, I have checked everything, every ifs and buts, and everything is giving me green signal, then only you should act upon it, otherwise not, correct? Another thing, try to maintain cordial relationship with your in-laws during this particular time. And since Mars is looking onto your second house of family, try to also maintain a cordial relationship with your family members also during this particular time. Try to avoid any kind of unnecessary disputes and arguments. See, this is just a span of 43 days. This is not going to be a very big transit, I will say. Yes, this is a phase which will pass away. This phase will pass away, this transit will pass away. It has got some positives and some difficult parts, I understand, but if you maintain your composure, this transit will really help you out, because it will also give you the idea that what kind of events which you had not thought of can happen, so you will get prepared for it in future. So it will help you out in this way. Another thing, since 8th house is also the house of spirituality, this transit will also help you to go into some spiritual way of living, spiritual life. Okay, so if you are thinking that yes, should I take up that spiritual way of living, yes, this particular transit will help you out. Surely it will help you out. Okay. For the Libra ascendant people, this transit of Mars and Rahu is happening in the 7th house of partnership, marriage, relationship, public image. Okay. Now suppose if you are in married life, or suppose if you are in a relationship, then this particular transit of Mars and in getting conjunct with Rahu, it will make you indulge more into that partnership, or in that married life, or it will make you feel that yes, now you can take the decisions in that sector of your life, part of your life. Now 7th house is the house of negotiation, diplomacy, cooperation, partnership. But Mars is like, why should I go into negotiation? Why should I go into that diplomatic talks? This is not for me. It's my way or highway. This kind of situations normally Mars makes you feel in this 7th house. Now with Rahu, it will be like amplified energy of Mars. So yes, it will be good in one sense that you will be able to take proper decisions with respect to a relationship and marriage. But since Rahu is there, so it can be like the things which you are thinking, or the choices which you are making, it may not be always correct. Superficially you may feel that yes, the decisions which you are taking, that is good, but if you make some deeper thoughts into it, you may feel that yes, there are certain rectifications or certain corrections which has to be made before taking that proper decision. And here comes the mode of cooperation and coming into some common opinion. So here your partner can help you. You can directly make some conversations with your partner. You can directly talk with your partner that yes, this is what I thought, so what is your opinion, and together you can come across and you can make the best of the judgments and make the best of the results out of it. But if you think, because that Mars and Rahu will make you feel like that, you will feel that yes, I will take my decisions of my own, why should I cooperate, or why should I think of cooperation or negotiation or something like that, I can do it of my own self. It may make you feel like that. So there's where the argument starts, there's where the dispute starts, difference of opinion starts, and ultimately it creates a lot of problems in the relationships. Okay, now suppose if you are not in a relationship, or suppose if you are not in a married life, Due to this transit of Mars, which is the 7th lord, along with Rahu is happening in the 7th house, all of a sudden a relationship proposals may come in front of you, or marriage proposals may come in front of you in some unexpected way, in some unconventional way. It may come in front of you. Now it is up to your judgment that how you judge the proposal, and then you have to act upon it. Okay, in that way also this particular transit can give you some good results, because all of a sudden if you are thinking that yes, or your family is thinking about your marriage, or you are thinking about your marriage or some kind of relationship, all of a sudden this kind of situation may come in front of you. Now you have to judge according to the situation and act upon it. Okay, so that's it for the Libra ascendant people. And yes, one more thing, since Mars will be aspecting your first house and second house, try to avoid any kind of unnecessary disputes, because it will impact directly your speech, and it will also make you at times very impulsive, give you some kind of unnecessary anxieties. Okay, so keep away from those kind of things. Okay, for the Scorpio ascendant people, Mars is transiting in the sign of Aries in your 6th house in conjunction with Rahu. Now normally the malefic planets, when they transit through the 6th house, it gives good results. So it will make you very hardworking. It will give you good results when you are indulged in any kind of competition or any kind of competitive energies. This Mars will give you very good results. Okay, this Mars will give you some straightforward energy in your work. Like whatever work you do, you will feel that yes, now I can do it. And Rahu is there, so it will make you feel that yes, you can do it in some different way, in some innovative way. Make the best out of it and save your time and do it. Okay, so it will be good for your time management also sometimes, because this Mars and Rahu conjunction will help you work in some innovative manner for your whole 24 hours. Okay, suppose if you are thinking that I should take some proper health related decisions which can ultimately help me in my present day and in my future, like proper time management, proper eating schedule, proper sleeping schedule, okay, proper yoga, meditation, exercises. So this kind of matters can give you good results during this transit. Now 6th house is one of the Dusthana house. It is the house which deals with disease, deaths and enemies. And Mars and Rahu, they are malefic planets. So this is also the time that you need to also keep away from unnecessary fights, disputes, problems. Keep away from that, because Mars and Rahu will try to create that provocative energy in front of you, where you the things could have been very small, but this Rahu will take it to some out of proportion and it can create problems. Okay, so stay away from this kind of things. Stay away from unnecessary hurry. Like suppose you are late, you cannot do anything about that, don't hurry. 6th house also deals with accidents. Okay, so don't hurry. Okay, another thing, since Mars and Rahu is transiting through the 6th house, and 6th house also deals with wounds, accidents, diseases, so proper health related decision and choices will help you out during this transit. That is very essential. If you want to make some proper healthy choices, then this is the time. You can take it and you can do it and you can manage it properly, and it will give you very good results in the upcoming days to come. Now, since I said that it is the house of hard work, it is also the house of service, job. At your job life, at your service sector, this will give you some highly amplified energy to work on your projects or work on your whatever work you are doing. So at times it will give you success and completion of your work at some short amount of time. This can also lead to some kind of manipulation or office politics. So keep away from those kind of things. Suppose if you are given two work then do that to work, not more than that, not less than that, because you will have that energy. You will feel that let me help him out, or let me help her out, or let me do that work, or let me complete it. So that will bring some kind of jealousy between you and your co-workers, or that can lead to some kind of office politics or manipulation. Stay away from those kind of things. Okay, just complete your work, and that will give you recognition. Okay, that will give you good results. Okay, so that's it for the Scorpio ascendant people. For the Sagittarius ascendant people, this Mars is transiting in your 5th house in the sign of Aries in conjunction with Rahu. First of all, Mars is your 5th lord, which rules over your creativity, your intelligence, education, because 5th house also is the house of education and intelligence, creativity. Joy, pleasure, peace of mind can also be seen from the 5th house. So this Mars and Rahu all of a sudden can make you feel that yes, I can learn some new things, new kind of studies. Now that can be very much beneficial if you are into any kind of technical subjects, any subjects which are technical, logical, analytical, which requires the use of electronics, electrical things, because Mars is also fire, electricity, correct? So anything related to those kind of studies, or anything related to technicality, where you need to use your presence of mind and logic at the same time. Now suppose if you are associated with those subjects, or if you are associated with those discipline of subjects or those genre, then it will give you very good results, because now you will feel that energy that yes, I can work upon those things, I can learn new things, I can improve my knowledge, my creativity, my creative skill set. Yes, regarding your creativity, this particular transit will give you some innovative ideas to learn new things in a different way. It can also give you the sense or idea to know about different cultures, different knowledge, different types of knowledge from faraway lands or foreign culture, because Rahu is foreign, correct? Rahu deals with foreign knowledge, and 5th house is also the house of knowledge. So in that way, this transit will give you good results. Now 5th house also deals with our joy, pleasure, peace of mind, children, progeny. So at certain times, this particular transit of Mars and Rahu can make you feel very adventurous. Like suppose if you are associated with sports or athletics, so it can make you, give you very good results, but at times it can make you very adventurous. So you need to follow the personal discipline, self-discipline, because don't forget, this is not Mars, this is a combination of Rahu and Mars, and Mars by its 4th aspect will aspect the 8th house, and by its 8th aspect it will aspect the 12th house. Don't forget, for the Sagittarius ascendant people I'm talking about. So certain things, when you feel that yes, I'm getting too much adventurous, or I should not do this, so out of impulsion I'm doing something, so that is the time when you need to be very careful. You need to focus on your discipline, on your self-discipline, that should I do it or not, or should it be done now or not. Okay, in that way this particular transit will give you good results, because the moment you are attached with your self-discipline, punctuality, proper management, because 5th house is also management, proper management, the moment you think about that, this transit starts to give you good results, because 5th house is also the house of learning. The moment you think about that, you learn new things and it gives you good results. correct? Fifth house is also the house of your children and progeny. So yes, you need to take care regarding your children. Suppose if you have son or daughter or your child, you need to be very careful regarding their health. At times there can be some misunderstandings or some kind of impulsive behavior between you and your child, so you need to avoid that. Okay, you need to avoid that. You need to work regarding this kind of matters with your wisdom, with your proper righteousness, and that can give you much more better results, I will say. Okay, so try to take care regarding the health of your children, or any decision making or any choices which you make with respect to your progeny or child or children. It should be with respect to proper wisdom. Don't take it impulsively or whimsically. Okay, so that with that regard I will say for the Sagittarius ascendant people. For the Capricorn ascendant people, Mars is transiting in the sign of Aries in the 4th house along with Rahu. So all of a sudden, any matter related to home, homeland, health of mother, your relationship with your mother, the place where you live in, the house where you live in, or anything related to real estate, landed property. So these matters will be your focus, your prime focus or your attention during this particular transit of Mars. So you will try to indulge in all the matters at your home, at your domestic front. So you will try to take the responsibility, you will try to take the decisions, you will try to take the choices, and try to maintain it according to your own decision making and your own efforts and actions. Okay, so at one time this will give you good results, because now you have that proper energy. You feel that yes, I can do it in my own way, I can do it in my proper way, and I can get the best results. But since Rahu is over there, so this can lead to some kind of disputes at your domestic peace, at your homely environment, because here Rahu will try to create some provocative energies in front of Mars, and that can lead to some kind of problems. Okay, that will disturb the mental peace, that can lead to create some kind of arguments, problems, or even small fights at the homely environment. Okay, now the moment you feel that yes, the things which has to be done and which should not be done, the moment you get a clear picture about that, it will clarify the problems and it will ultimately bring peace of mind. Because when you talk about the happiness, mental peace, security, that is 4th house. Now for the Capricorn ascendant, since Mars is transiting through the 4th house, so if not necessary, then don't indulge in all the matters at the domestic front, because when you indulge in each and everything, ultimately the number of work or the number of things which you are looking into is increasing, and it is creating that anxiousness, that anxiety, because you will feel that I need to do it in this way, and if that is not happening in this way, then it is creating that problem. Okay, so take it a bit lightly, don't take it in some big manner. Okay, try to hold your composure, and that will give you good results. Another thing, Mars will aspect your 7th house and your 10th house. So more you maintain the domestic happiness, ultimately it will give you good results at your married life, or with your partner or relationship, and at your office and professional area. Because the moment you are at peace, the moment you have that composure at your own self, at your home, the place where you live in, the same peace and that same behavior and reaction will be focused at your professional life also, because Mars will directly look into your 10th house. So make the most out of it, okay, because since Mars is looking at your 10th house, so if you are at peace at your home, you are holding the composure, or you are taking the proper decisions, then what will happen? This Martian energy will help you out at your professional front, because now you can channelize your energy in some correct manner. Okay, so you have to make the most out of it. You have to take the proper decisions, and then only it will give you good results. And since Mars is your 11th lord transiting through the 4th house along with Rahu, so suppose if you are associated with real estate, landed property, or anything related to properties, lands, or something like that, it will really give you very good results. Okay, or suppose you are associated with agriculture, farming, or some innovative ways of use or of technology with respect to agriculture or farming or something like that, it will give you very good results. Okay. For the Aquarius ascendant people, Mars is going to transit in your 3rd house along with Rahu as the 3rd lord. Mars is the 3rd lord for the Aquarius ascendant people, and here I will again say that whenever a malefic planet transits through the 3rd house, it gives very good results. So since Mars and Rahu together it is transiting through the 3rd house, it will give you that extraordinary courage, energy to put your efforts, to do that actions, the necessary actions which needs to be done in order to get successful completion of your project or of your work, or anything which you thought that I should start it, any kind of new work, or any kind of thing which you thought that I should work on it, or any creative talent. 3rd house is also the house of writing, publishing, okay, or anything which we do with our hands, anything which we do with our hands, that is also 3rd house. So here what happens, that Rahu and Mars together, it will give you that sudden, all of a sudden you will find that some extraordinary energy. So suppose if you are associated with sports, athletics, or anything which requires proper energy, efforts and actions, this transit of Mars and Rahu together will give you very good results. Now 3rd house is also the house of communication. 3rd house is also the house of the people with whom you have daily contact, with whom you meet in some daily contact. Okay, since Mars and Rahu is transiting through the 3rd house, so you need to have a proper communication between them. Means it should not lead to any kind of arguments, it should not lead to any kinds of fights or disputes. Try to avoid that. Okay, otherwise this transit of Rahu and Mars can give you very good results. Yes, since Rahu is foreign culture or anything which is very innovative, 3rd house is also short travels, and Mars is the 3rd lord. So all of a sudden you may feel that yes, I can visit to that place. It is all of a sudden it can make you very interesting, to very much interested to visit some new kind of places which you may not have visited before. But since this Rahu energy is there, so all of a sudden you may feel that that particular place is getting me too much interested, let me visit that kind of curiosity, that is because of Rahu. Okay, so again, since Rahu is elusive power, elusive energy, so everything can be superficial. So you may feel that yes, that is a place to visit, or I must visit it. So when you feel that yes, the things are worthy, yes, you should go for it, then you can visit it. Otherwise what will happen, that you may think that I should do it, but after you visit it or after you do that short travels, you may feel that yes, it was not that much worthy which it seemed to be. Okay, that is what Rahu is. Otherwise I will say you that this transit is going to be a very good transit, because 3rd house is a Upachya house. Here malefic planets do really very good. It gives you that power, energy, bravery and courage to follow up your work, follow up your creative talents, your hobbies, or any kind of projects you are working in. Only you need to make sure that the decisions which you are making, that is correct or not, because Rahu can make you feel that yes, why not, start it, do it. Okay, it is a very superficial energy. It can that give that thoughts in that on the surface, not at the depth. Okay, so regarding that you need to be careful, otherwise this transit is going to be a very good one. Okay, and try to avoid any kind of unnecessary arguments or disputes with your neighborhood, siblings, or anyone with whom you have daily contact, daily meetings. Okay, for the Pisces ascendant people, this transit of Rahu and Mars is happening in your second house. Mars is the second lord. Second house is the house of values, family, morale, family tradition, culture. The things which we value the most, that is the second house. Second house is also the house of wealth, finance, our fixed asset, speech. Now Rahu is already transiting. Now Mars is going to join the party. So first of all, you need to be very careful regarding your speech, because here Mars will make you very straightforward with your speech. And since Rahu is there, so it will be like you say something and later on you may feel that, oh my god, what I said, I shouldn't have said so. So you need to be very careful regarding how you are saying something or how you are going into some kind of conversation, especially with your family members. Means family members or any matter related to family is also associated with the second house. So when you are dealing with your family members or any matter related to family, or when you are talking with them, when you are having any conversation with them, you need to be very careful. You should not say something which you should not say. Okay, since second house is also the house of tradition, family values, morale, culture, and Rahu is transiting and Mars is the second lord, so it will make you feel that I can follow this particular tradition, or I can follow this particular way of my life. Okay, all of a sudden it may invoke or provoke that kind of energy in front of you. This is the implication of Rahu. Okay, this is not the implication of Mars. Since Rahu is there, so it will make you feel like that this kind of rules and regulations which you have been following, or which you have been knowing from your childhood, you may feel that no, I can do this in my own way. Okay, so that can create some kind of issues between you and your family members, or you or the and the elder of your families. So you need to follow the proper wisdom, you need to follow the proper righteousness, and then only you should come across any kind of choice of life. Suppose if you are thinking that yes, I can follow this in some innovative way, in some different manner, then I will say that when you feel that everything is correct, and then you can come across certain choices in a proper wisdom and proper righteous path, then only you should apply it, because otherwise it can lead to some kinds of arguments, problems or disputes at your family level. Now next point is, since second house is also the house of wealth, finance, storage of wealth, fixed asset, any financial decision, until and unless it is randomly checked, deeply checked, and until and unless it is highly required, don't take any essential financial decision, or any essential investment ideas should not be taken as of now, because you will think that yes, I can do it, but it is not which you are thinking, it is what Rahu is making you think. Okay, so don't take any kind of unnecessary, all of a sudden unnecessary any kind of financial or economic decisions. Since Rahu and Mars together, it is transiting through the second house, so it may also happen that you may feel that yes, I can do some expenditures, I can do some spendings, I can buy this thing for my home, I can buy this thing for my family, because second house is the house of values. So anything which you may feel valuable. Now what is the things which you may feel valuable? Rahu is foreign. Anything which is of foreign or far away lands, all of a sudden you may get too much interested to that, and you may think that yes, this is the time I can purchase it or I can do some spending. Okay, now the thing is, ask yourself, is it really required? If it is really required, then you can do the spending. Otherwise, this Rahu will make you feel that yes, you can buy it, you can do the spending, you can do the expenditure. Later on, when Mars comes out of this transit and enters the sign of Taurus after 10th of August, that time you may realize that yes, this expenditures which I did 1 month back or 40 days back, I shouldn't have done so. Okay, so these are the things which you need to be very careful. Another thing, Mars will be aspecting your 8th house, so try to avoid any kind of unnecessary disputes, arguments, fights. Try to avoid those, because that can lead to problems, unnecessary problems. And try to maintain some cordial relationship between you and your family members, you and your in-laws, because it will look into your 8th house. And any matter related to joint assets also, take wise decisions. Impulsive decisions you should not take as of now, since Mars is transiting through the second house. So suppose any matter related to contracts between you and your partner, any matter related to joint asset between you and your partner or you and your spouse, okay, any major decisions as of now, don't take it. And if it is necessary, then it should be taken only by proper thought and wisdom. Okay, so that's it for the Pisces ascendant people. And if you have liked this video, then press the like button and share to your near and dear ones. And if you are new to this channel, then press the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new video, you get notified instantly. And if you want a consultation from me, check the links in the description section. You can directly mail me through my email ID and connect me with my Facebook and Instagram accounts. You will find the links in the description section. And your comments are always welcome to me. Your words of inspirations are really inspiring, and it gives me inspiration to make good contents for all of you. And so that's it for this time, and next time when I come back, I will be bringing some another interesting content for all of you. So till then, I'm signing off for today. Thanking you. Bye bye.